Hey guys, it's Ami Amor. Today I'm back with a new amigurumi. It's Hornet from the video game Hollow Knight SILKSONG. I really fell in love with the design. Here she is dashing around. She likes to do diagonal jumps. Let's take a look at her features. She has a head that looks like a rabbit, but she's actually more like a spider. Here she is with a red dress and collar. I tried to keep her crochet design simple and intuitive. So if you look at her head and her legs, they are actually almost exactly the same pattern. So there's a symmetry there. She's quite cute without arms, but if you prefer to have arms, I've also made a version of that as well. You can find a free written pattern on my blog, amiamore.com. Make sure you tag me with your projects. I'd love to see how they turn out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Here are the materials you'll need. You'll need worsted weight acrylic yarn in white, black, and the color red. And you'll need a crochet hook in the size 4.0 millimeter, polyfill stuffing, stitch marker. I like to use a bobby pin, yarn needle. You'll also need black felt, and you'll need oval gems in the size of 13 millimeter by 18 millimeter. And you'll need scissors. I like this brand Cutter Bee. It's very good at cutting felt. And you'll also need Fabri-Tac glue. For the head, for round 1 with white yarn, you are going to chain 2. So that is going to be 1 and 2, and then 4 single crochet into the first chain. So that is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and pull it tight. And then for round 2, we are going to ignore that part, and then it's just 1 in each stitch. So you'll stay at 4 single crochet stitches. So now the first stitch, that's going to be 1, and then next one, 2, 3, and then 4. So we have 4 single crochet for our second round, and you want to flip it to make sure the proper side is showing on the outside. Use your stitch marker. For round 3, our pattern is going to be 2 and then 1, 1, 1, and you'll have 5 single crochet stitches. So in our next stitch, we're going to do 2 in this stitch here. So that is 1, and into the same stitch, that is 2, and then it is 1, 1, and last stitch, it is 1. So now we have 5 single crochet stitches all together. For round 4, we are going to stay at 5, so it's just 1 in each stitch all the way around. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is our last stitch. So now for round 5, our pattern is 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 in our next stitch, and you'll have 6 altogether. So that is 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and then it is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now we should have 6 single crochet stitches. Now for round 6, we are going to stay at 6 single crochet stitches. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our very last stitch, it's going to be 6. And now for round 7, our pattern is 2, and in our next 5 stitches, it's just 1 single crochet stitch, and you'll have 7 stitches at the end. So that's 1 and 2 into the same stitch. Then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now we should have 7 single crochet stitches all together. For round 8, we are just going to stay at 7. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now for round 9, our pattern is 2, and in the next just 1. So that's 1 and 2. Then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we have 8 single crochet stitches all together. Now for round 10, our pattern is 2 and 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, and you should have 10 single crochet stitches. So that's 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and 1, 1, and 1. Repeat the pattern again. There's 2 here, so that's 1 and 2, and 1, 1, and 1 into our last stitch. So now we should have 10 single crochet stitches. For round 11, our pattern is going to be 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Repeat around, and you should have 12 single crochet stitches. That is 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 in our next stitch. So that's 1 and 2, and then single crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now we should have 12 single crochet stitches. So here is our part A of our horn completed. You want to cut off a small tail and fasten off. So now you have completed head part A. So we're going to go ahead and repeat rounds 1 through 11 one more time to create part B, but this time we are not going to fasten off. So go ahead and repeat the pattern and come back to this point. Now when we have both parts, we are going to join them with single crochet across 4 stitches. So in part A, I'm going to count 2 stitches beforehand. And then part B, I haven't fastened off. Now with my crochet hook, I'm going to intern to part A. And then into our next stitch on part B, I'm going to insert, so I'm through both layers. And then I am going to go ahead and do a single crochet stitch, and I'm just going to line it up and go through both layers. That is my second single crochet stitch, and then I'm going to go through my third single crochet stitch, and then one more. I'm going to go through both layers, and that is my fourth single crochet stitch. Now I have joined them across 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is how your head looks like when it's joined. This is the top part. It's joined right there. So now if we look at the circumference of this head, there should be 16 single crochet stitches all the way around. So if we count, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, And then on the other side is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 16 single crochet stitches all together. For round 12, we are going to go around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we'll skip the parts that we joined, and that's where we want to go next, and that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So now this is how it looks like. And then we are going to do single crochet in the next 4 stitch only. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. So that is 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then I'm going to move my stitch marker, and this will mark the end of the round. Now for round 13, our pattern is 2, and in the next 7, just single crochet, repeat one more time, and you will have 18 single crochet stitches. So in our first stitch, that is 1 and 2, and then single crochet in the next, we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then repeat again. That's going to be 2 here, so that's 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and then single crochet across the rest. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and very last stitch is 7. So now we should have 18 single crochet stitches around. For rounds 14 and 15, we are going to stay at 18 single crochet stitches. So just go ahead and do 1 single crochet stitch all the way around for 2 rounds, and I will meet you at the end. So this is how your project should look like. And now for round 16, we're going to do a decrease, and then the next 4 single crochet, repeat all the way around, and you'll have 15 single crochet. So here's a decrease. We are going to go through our next stitch, 3 loops, yarn over, go through all 3, and then it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat again, do a decrease. Here is our decrease, and then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our final set, do a decrease, and then it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you should have 15 single crochet stitches all together. And go ahead and stuff your head. Now for round 17, we are going to decrease 7 times. So we're going to go all the way around. And then we are going to do decreases. So that is 1 decrease, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our very last decrease right here, 7. Then we'll have 1 stitch left from this round, but that's all right. Then we are just going to do a decrease 2 more times. So that's going to be 1 decrease and a second decrease. So now we should have 6 single crochet stitches left. And going to fasten off, and this is how our head looks like. If you need to finish stuffing, you can do that. And then now we are going to sew the head closed. And this is how your final head looks like. Now the leg pattern is exactly the same until round 9. So, but I'm going to show you again. I'm going to use gray yarn, but you want to use black yarn. So for round 1, we are going to do 4 single crochet into the magic ring, or you can also do chain 2 and 4 single crochet into the first chain. So now I have 4. And now for round 2, it's just 1 in each stitch around. So now that it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm going to go ahead and flip it to make sure the proper side is showing on the outside. Round 3, our pattern is going to be 2 here. So that's going to be 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and then it's just 1 in the next 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3 into the last stitch, and now we should have 5 single crochet stitches, and then it's just 1 in each stitch around, and you'll stay at 5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For round 5, it's going to be 2, and then in the next 4, just 1. So you'll have 6 single crochet stitches at the end. So that's 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and then it is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we should have 6 single crochet stitches. Next round, we're going to stay at 6. So go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now for round 7, we're going to do 2, and in the next 5, just 1, and you'll have 7 single crochet stitches at the end. So that is 1, and into the same stitch, that's 2, and in the next 5, it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we should have 7 single crochet stitches. For our next round, we are just going to stay at 7. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm just going to go ahead and stuff my tail in. And now for round 9, our pattern is going to be an increase, and then the next just 1, and we'll have 8. So that's 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and now we should have 8 single crochet stitches all together. Now you'll want to cut off the short tail and fasten off. Leg A is completed, and now you will want to repeat the patterns rounds 1 through 9 one more time to repeat and create leg B, but do not fasten off for the second leg. Now we're going to do the same thing as the head, except for we're going to join across only 2 stitches. So I'm going to pick up my leg A, and I'm going to insert my hook into 1 stitch, and then go into leg B, and then go through both layers and do a single crochet stitch. Now in our next stitch, I'm going to also go through both layers and do a single crochet stitch, and now I have joined both the legs across 2 stitches all together. Now we should have 12 single crochet stitches around, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So for rounds 10 through 12, we're going to do 12 single crochet stitches all the way around for 3 rounds. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then skip the joined parts, and then I'm gonna go right here, and that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the stitch marker to mark the end of this round, and now I have to do it for 2 more rounds, so I'm going to stay at 12 single crochet stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then go ahead and do one more round where we stay at 12 single crochet stitches. So go ahead and do one more round, and I will meet you at the end of this round. So this is how your leg looks like. Now for round 13, we're going to do a decrease, and in the next 4 just single crochet, repeat again, and you'll have 10 single crochet stitches. So here is our decrease, and then it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat again, do a decrease. And then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm going to put my stitch marker back. And then you can go ahead and stuff your leg. Now for round 14, our pattern is a decrease, and in the next 3 single crochet, repeat again, and you'll have 8 single crochet stitches. So here is a decrease, and then it is 1, 1, and 1. Repeat again, do a decrease. I'm gonna go ahead and do a decrease, and then it is 1, 1, and in our very last stitch we are going to do a color change. So I'm going to prep the red by doing a slip knot for our hook and have it ready. So now I'm going to do a single crochet stitch and do a color change. I'm going to yarn over, come out, and then I'm going to grab the new red color yarn, grab it, and then go out through both loops to do a color change. So at round 15, I'm going to stay at 8 single crochet, so it's just 1 in each stitch around. So that is 1, and then that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then I'm going to do a slip stitch in the next stitch. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut off the gray yarn or the black yarn, and because that is going to be finished. Now what I want to do is actually go around the other direction. So around 16, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to turn my project because we want to go in the other direction. Now we're going to go in the back loop only. Before we went through both loops, but before we went through both loops, but now we only want to go in through one single loop in the back right there. We're going to do single crochet all the way around in the back loop only. So it's 1, 2, and then 3, it's just single crochet all the way around. 4, back loop. 5, and then 6, 7, and 8. And now we want to slip stitch to the very first stitch. So I'm going to go to a slip stitch to join. This is how it looks like. For round 17, we're going to do 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, and we'll have 10 single crochet. You go through both loops though. 1 and 2 in this first stitch. And then it is 1, 1, and 1. Repeat the pattern again. There's 2 in this next stitch right here. So that's 1, and into the same stitch. That is 2, and then it's just 1, 1, and 1. And now we should have 10 single crochet stitches for this round. For round 18, we're going to go in the back loop only. Now our pattern is going to be 2 in our very first stitch, but we want to go through back loop only. So this is just single loop in the back again. So that's going to be 1 and 2 into this stitch, and then the next 4 in the back loop is just single crochet. So back loop, that's 1, next stitch back loop, 2, 3, and 4. Repeat the pattern again, 2 in this next stitch in the back loop. So that's 1, same stitch, that's 2, and then the next one it's just going to be 1, 1, 1, and 1. So now we should have 12 single crochet stitches all together, and this is how our dress is looking. It goes upwards, so actually later we have to flip it down so that it goes down towards the body instead. But if we look, we can see the front loop that remains because we only went into the back loop. So that's where it is. So later we're going to do the collar there, but not right now. But I just wanted to show you for now. So now let's continue on with our next round. Round 19, it's half double crochet all the way around. So we're going to yarn over, go into our stitch, yarn over, come out. You'll have 3 loops, yarn over, come out through all 3. So that's our first half double crochet. We'll just do 1 in each stitch. So that's 2, 3. Next stitch is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and our very last stitch is going to be 12. So now we should have 12 half double crochet stitches. Now for round 20, we're going to do 2 half double in each stitch all the way around, so we'll have 24 half doubles. So in our next stitch, we are going to do 1 half double and 2 in the same stitch. Next stitch is also 1 and 2. Next stitch is 1 and 2 all the way around. Then we will have 24 half double crochet stitches all together. Now for round 21, our pattern is going to be 2 half double crochet and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around, and you'll have 36 half double crochet stitches at the end. So in our very first stitch, it's going to be 1 and then 2 half double in the same stitch, and next stitch it's going to be 1, the next stitch is going to be 1 and 2, and our next stitch is just 1, and then we are going to continue to do the pattern of 2, 1 all the way around, and at the end you will have 36 half double crochet stitches. Here's our last set. I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in this very last stitch. Now for round 22, we are just going to do 2 half double crochet all the way around, and you'll have 72 half double crochet stitch. That is 1 and 2. Next stitch 1 and 2. Go ahead and repeat 2 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. And then when we get to the end, we are going to go ahead and do a single crochet in our next stitch, and then a slip stitch in our next stitch. Then I'm going to cut off a tail and fasten off. And this is how our dress looks like. I'm going to make sure to pull it all the way down the body. And this is how it looks like. Now we're ready to do the collar. I'm going to go back to that front loop line right there, and I'm going to make a slip knot with the red yarn for my hook, and I'm going to fasten on to the front loop from round 13. I'm just going to do a slip stitch to fasten on. And now I'm going to do 2 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you'll have 20 half double crochet stitches at the end. So that's 1 half double into the same stitch. That's 2. Okay, next stitch I'm also going to do 1 and 2. Okay, and next stitch I'm going to do 1 and 2 half double. Next stitch is 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2, and then in our stitch right here, might be kind of tight, but it's 1 and 2, and then I'm going to do in our very last stitch right here, also do 1 and 2, and then I'm going to do slip stitch in our next 2 stitches. So that is 1 and 2, and then I'm going to cut off a long tail and fasten off. I want a long tail because I'm going to use that to sew on the head later. Here is our body completed. For the arm with black yarn, you are going to go ahead and chain 6. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to stitch back. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And go ahead and fasten off and cut off a long tail. There's your arm completed, and you'll want to make 2. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.